Hey there. Welcome back to A Farmer's Journey. I'm Vicky. I wanted to start today with a little victory. Over here in the raised bed, which is actually a 3 compartment grow bag, by the way, the cucumbers have really taken off on the trellis. For any new gardeners watching, I highly recommend vertical growing. It does three vital things for success. It keeps the fruit clean, it saves space, and it provides the airflow that's so crucial in our humid Florida climate. And look, look, look. This is the very first cucumber of the season. It's called China Jade. This China Jade cucumber grew so fast. And it's ready. It's not going to be easy with me holding the camera, but let's harvest it. My niece and I were keeping tabs on it. I kid you not, it grew an average of 2 inches every day. I've never tasted China Jade cucumber before, and I can't wait. It's a heritage variety and has such a rich history. I love that. That's exciting. And the other great thing is that they're self pollinating. Yeah, no bees or butterflies needed, and very prolific so far. Look, there's several more growing in there. The other two varieties, Space Master and Market More, have flowers but no fruit yet. Come on, let's take a look over here. If you've ever been wondering if you can grow cucumbers in a GreenStalk, well, here you go. I'm growing 5 plants in this one on the same tier, which might not have been a good idea. Unfortunately, you can see I'm already having to deal with powdery mildew, but that could be because this space gets less sun than the other area, and we've been getting a lot of rain. These are Space Masters, which I chose because supposedly the vines grow only to around 3 feet long, but some of these vines must be at least 4 feet long. I'd have to plant the dwarf variety in the green stalk instead of these. But it's not all victories, guys. I have to show you the brutal truth. My tomatoes. They're struggling with what Google Lens says is early blight. You can see the yellowing leaves throughout. And that yellowing spread quickly because it was raining every day. So there was nothing I could do to protect them because spraying was not an option. And this is just the reality of gardening at high humidity. But that's okay. I'm still getting lots more tomatoes than I need. I plan to roast and freeze some to make salsa, hot sauce, and marinara sauce. And speaking of humidity, remember my blue Hopi corn experiment? Well, here's the blue Hopi corn, and it's still doing fine. I actually made a video on planting it. If you want to check that out, I'll link the playlist at the end and in the description. The reason I call it an experiment is that this variety is traditionally from the arid Southwest, and I'm testing it to see if it can actually grow in our Florida humidity. The peppers are also putting on a show. I'm especially excited about this orange Leia. It's proving to be a very resilient pepper. I actually overwintered this plant, and it's nearly ready for harvest. It's so rewarding seeing a plant come back for a second season, especially a gourmet pepper. Oh, I almost forgot. I want to show you my Poblano peppers. I had no idea that they grew this large. Look at this thing. It's planted in the bottom tier and it's towering over this planter. I probably won't be planting this in a green stalk again. I'll put it in a grow bag or a raised bed next time. It's doing fine in the green stalk, but some of the plants around it are being shaded out. The heat lovers are finding their stride. The long beans, the okra, and eggplant are the workhorses of the garden right now. When the tomatoes start to fade, and from the looks of it, that could be soon, these are the crops that keep us going. Check out this Seminole pumpkin I'm growing for the first time. They're touted as being incredibly heat tolerant and vigorous. So if you're thinking about planting some, take note. I'm told these little pumpkins will take over. And if you do decide to grow some, just make sure you give them plenty of room to roam. I have a feeling I'll be trimming this one back eventually to keep it from taking over this entire grow cage. It's got me a little nervous, to tell you the truth. My okras and long beans might have to fight for their lives. I think I showed you this in the last video, but this marigold is just amazing. It always looks so fresh and vibrant, and I hardly ever need to deadhead it like I do with the other marigolds, especially the African marigolds. But I have to show you this. If we follow this stem all the way up, you can see this dahlia is now over 6 feet tall. I've already had to stake it and anchor it to the grow cage to keep it steady. It's really, really healthy, but surprisingly, it hasn't given me a single bloom yet. I'm crossing my fingers that we see some color soon. I'll keep you updated on this one. Of course, I have to show you the girls. They could be so silly. For some reason, they love to poke their heads through this divider fence right here in this corner, usually all of them at the same time. Nowhere else, just this corner. I have no idea why, but it's hilarious to watch them because usually they all try to pile into this same little space, all stacked on top of each other, each one wanting to poke her head through that one spot in the fence. Go figure. They can be so funny, and I love it. They give me so much joy. To wrap things up, here is the reward for all the effort. A 3-day harvest of tomatoes, eggplant, and that China Jade cucumber we harvested. Even with the blight and the mysteries, this is what makes the journey worth it. It makes you willing to take the bad and ugly right along with the good. Oh, and if you want to see if this giant dahlia finally blooms, or if the blue Hopi corn survives and produces in our Florida humidity, and whether or not I still have tomatoes in the next video, be sure to subscribe and follow along. I'll be sharing updates about what worked and what didn't in the coming weeks. Thanks for being here, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.